Render is about to go parabolic and I will tell you why. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doug and in today's video I'm going to explain to you why Render might go parabolic in the next couple of weeks and also give you my Render short-term price prediction. So the first topic I want to talk about is what is actually going on with the Render price since our video last week. So basically last week on Saturday 20th of July, Render was trading around $6.50, but then 2 days later on Monday it went all the way to $7.25. This was due a massive announcement about Render, which we will talk about in a couple of minutes. But then Render went down again to $5.80, which was a crucial level, and this was due to the market going down, like Bitcoin back to 63,000, Ethereum back to 3,000, the stock market bleeding. Like this was a very big day. But then of course the bounce was incredible again, Render bouncing back to almost $7. This was again due the massive listing of Render on Binance yesterday, and still the Render migration isn't complete yet because major exchanges like Bybit, Kraken and other will list Render next week, and this will create a lot of volume again. All eyes will be on Render. Of course, when a massive exchange has a new listing, it's at the front page of the exchange. Everybody can see new token Render. It probably pumps as well, so people get hyped. So this could be a very nice week for Render. But also, what's actually happening with this massive spike? So let's get on with the very bullish news about Render. The thing I'm talking about is Grayscale's new product. So if you don't know yet, Grayscale is the world's largest crypto asset manager and basically was one of the reasons that the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF went live. And now they got a new product, which is basically Grayscale's Decentralized AI fund. If you don't know what a fund is basically the first step towards an ETF. Bitcoin had a fund, Ethereum had a fund, Solana has a fund, and is now actually filing for an ETF. And this decentralized AI fund is now open to accredited investors, get diversified exposures to the interaction of AI and crypto with the fund holdings near Render. This is why Render of course spiked, Phil, LPT and TOA, and this is very big because as you can see it's a real fund with a real value which you can invest in, and the word AI is very strong nowadays, especially with Nvidia being the top stock in the world. All eyes are on AI, and what's really bullish about this fund is that it's one of the first securities solely invested and deriving value from the price of the native token of the decentralized AI protocols. What they're saying is that the fund price is backed one by one of the price of the AI tokens in the fund. So this is very bullish, especially towards the end of the year, in which I'm expecting a lot from Render and other crypto coins. And when this spikes up, more eyes will be on the decentralized AI fund, and of course the more people invest in it, the higher the probability will be of this becoming an ETF. So as you can see, another very bullish thing is that the assets under management is 1.3 million, and this was actually only 500,000 on the first day. So in 4 days, like the announcement was on the 22nd, it was only worth 500,000. Now it's 1.3 million. So it's growing very strong. Also, the shares per day is actually 11.75%, so it's going up very rapidly. And another very bullish thing for Render is the weight of Render in this fund. As you can see, Render is 26.22%, and this wasn't the case at the launch, because at the launch it was like 24.80%, so the weight of Render is actually going up. So they're getting more Render, or even Renders outperforming all these tokens. And the higher the weight goes, of Render, the more eyes will be on Render. So this is very bullish, and this is the first step toward an ETF. And people who think like, Doc, it's not gonna be an ETF, everything that Grayscale makes a fund about is eventually going to be an ETF when there's enough investors. So this is a very important number which I'm gonna look at. The more money comes in this asset, the higher the chances of this becoming an ETF. So I'll keep you updated on Twitter and other socials, so you will definitely be knowing when an ETF could be out for Render. So the next important topic I want to talk about is Solana Breakpoint, which is basically the biggest Solana event of the year, which is now in Singapore the 20th to 21st of September. If people didn't know yet, last year during this event, Solana went from like $8 to like $120, which was incredible for a high cap. Bonk did like over a 100x in like 2 months. Like, all eyes are on Solana coins. Right now Solana is popping as well, and with Render actually becoming a true Solana ecosystem coin with Binance listing, Coinbase, and soon Kraken, Bybit, this could actually be a very, very big catalyst for Render. And especially the date, like it's in the beginning of Q4. People know Q4 is a money season. Render has other incredible catalysts during this season, which I'm gonna talk about in another video. But yes, the Grayscale AI fund is a very big trigger. Solana Breakpoint is a very big trigger, and I'm expecting a lot from Render in the last season. Like, Q4 should be very, very bullish for Render. And now, let's get on with my Render price prediction. But before I do this, if you want to buy Render Bitcoin and over 1,000 other crypto coins while getting up to $30,000 in bonuses and rewards as shown on screen, just go to the top of the description and click on the partner Bybit link. And once you're on the partner page, you will see my name and my referral code, and you can get up to 30,000 in welcome rewards. Like, this is a deposit bonus reward. For just depositing and buying crypto, you can get up to $30,000 in reward. So I definitely wouldn't miss out on this major opportunity. When I do a Render price prediction, I always take a look at two major indicators. The first one being the rank, which is rank 33, and the second one being the market cap, which is 2.66 billion. Because if we take a look at the historical snapshot of the last bull run, we can see that the rank 33 had a market cap around $7 billion. But of course, a rank 33 gets bigger and bigger every time. Because if we take a look at a snapshot of the previous bull run of 2017 and 18, we can see that a rank 33 had a market cap around 1.8 billion, which is basically already a 4x to the 21 bull run. So what would this actually mean in numbers for Render at a price of $6.80 and a market cap of 2.66? So Render currently at $6.80 with a market cap of 2.66 billion. A rank 33 crypto last bull run had a market cap around 7 billion. But every bull run a rank 33 becomes bigger. So the next one could be 27 billion. This would mean like a $70 Render by market cap, which is plus 1000% as the thumbnail says. But of course, in my opinion, Render is going way higher than rank 33. Top 10 is coming, and top 10 would be much bigger. And for people saying top 10 is not achievable, well, Render last year in December was rank 166 and has already topped at like rank 23. Like, in my opinion, the next leg up could bring Render to like rank 15, 18 or something like that. So it's gonna be very bullish for Render. But of course, these predictions are my top of the bull run. Let's take a look right now at my short-term Render price predictions. So when I do my short-term render price predictions, I always love to look at like resistance levels, but also at Fibonacci. So one major resistance level we're already seeing here is like the $11.90 market. This was actually also the resistance for the Nvidia earnings. Like Nvidia earnings brought render all the way up like 4 weeks, from like $6.80, where I called render as a buying opportunity, and then it went all the way up very fast to like $12 almost, but it couldn't break the double top. Like double tops are really hard to break. Here as well, a major level which got actually denied before as well is $9.45. Like this could be a very big double top as well. So you can see these major resistance levels which get denied and then it comes down lower. But of course, another very important level which render actually needs to capture is a 2021 all-time high, which is around $8.76. So this is a level which brings euphoria again, because people are like, well, render broke its 2021 all-time high again and can now go through to the next resistance levels. But for the short term, the really important price levels are this one, the 2021 all-time high, the major resistance at like $9.50, and of course to make a higher high, because you want to get a higher high again for a new all-time high, is this $11.94. But also, how high can render go once it breaks this important all-time high level, which is like a very strong weekly resistance as well at like $13.66. Well, to do that, I always love to look at the Fibonacci level. So if we take a look at the Fibonacci retracement, so we take the top here, take the bottom actually here, and then go up to the level which I always love to see is this 2.618 level. So this level is usually a very important milestone, and what usually happens on this level is also what a lot of traders use is we bounce back to the 168 before we continue. So the first major step for the render up trade could actually be like the 2.618, like this $26.6 could be a major step. Also, if we can take a look at whales buying around $6, this is like a 4-5x in which whales usually like to exit as well. So in my opinion, the next big target for the end of the year could be $26.6. Of course, is my own opinion, not financial advice. In my opinion, we also need to break these resistance levels first. But yes, with the major news coming from Grayscale and Solana Breakpoint around the corner, I think this could be a very, very bullish end of the year in which render could go absolutely parabolic. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Be sure to like if you did. Also follow me at TheRealDoc on Twitter to know when I post about render, other crypto and very bullish things. Also, click on the screen right now if you want to know when to buy render to maximize crypto profits. Subscribe to this channel for more crypto content and YouTube. Until the next time.